Hello, everyone, welcome back to the YouTube channel. And today we're going to be talking about episode 5 in season 1 of serial 2 of classic Doctor Who, the William Hartnell era from 63 to 66. Today's episode being the Dead Planet of episode 5 and the first part of a 7-part Daleks story, being part of the Daleks serial. If you haven't checked this out, go check it out. They're all available on BritBox, all 600 episodes of the first through the 7th Doctor plus the 8th Doctor's movie. And of course, spoilers ahead if you haven't checked it out. Subscribe, like, and enjoy. So, The Dead Planet was a really good episode for the simple fact of it set up the villain for episode 2 in the serial for episode 6. The escapes of barbaric cavemen, the Stone Age, now they're on Skaro. Obviously, we don't know that yet. But obviously, as a fan of the Daleks, you know where it's based, you know where the Daleks resign. No physical being actually appeared in this episode, which is what I loved. It teased us about the radiation poisoning that was going to get into their system, and you could tell throughout the episode each character got weaker. Barbara had a headache, Ian was getting weak towards the end of the episode, the Doctor was getting weak, Susan was having side effects. So you saw that. And what I love about this episode as well is you saw really cool, intriguing things they introduced to Doctor Who they don't really do in modern day. Like they went, what we do for food, bed, how we're going to live basically if we're not on Earth. And then they created these eggs and bacon little snack bars. And I thought it was such an ingenious idea. William Hartnell's becoming such a likable character. Ian, as always, controls the show. Susan and Barbara had a very good episode, in my opinion. Barbara obviously had to be the one to get captured by the Dalek at the end of the episode. Because she is the damsel in distress in the series. She doesn't want to be there. She wants to be back, as she said, in an environment she's used to and she's safe with. But I truly think, they were like, let's get a human story out of the way and let's jump straight into one of the most iconic villains in Doctor Who history. Not that they would have known it back then. But it's such an incredible introduction, seeing like flowers grow, seeing that metal animal, which I think is alive, but I'm not sure. Someone had knocked on the TARDIS and left like vials of something, so I'm intrigued to see who that was, what that story plays into, and I'm also intrigued to see how they get 7 stories out of this. He has to go there to get Mercury. We know he sabotaged the TARDIS on purpose to go see the city, and now it's obviously ultimately going to backfire, knowing he's going to come across one of his all-time enemies he fought in the Time War. So truly an incredible episode. The fact that this episode was so good and there was no villains in the episode goes to show how good these episodes were back in the day. And I can tell the good episodes because I'm actually so gripped to keep going back. I want to see how William Hartnell develops into this selfless, kind person who goes into Troughton, how he establishes himself as into the next regeneration, how he forms these bonds with his granddaughter and the 2 strangers he picked up in London. It's just been a brilliant roller coaster so far. The first 5 episodes have been flawless in many ways. Camera work from visuals. I mean, I love how they made Skaro look. I mean, when looking through the binoculars, it looks sick. It looks amazing. I love how they make it look metal, even though it's black and white. They make things look so good. Black and white vibes are working so well because they describe what they could see as well. Like as an audience, you can't really tell the trees are burnt or it's misty or there's embered or it's sand on the floor. But as the characters, they're describing specific things to give us, the fans, the audience, an idea of what's going on in the scenery, what the trees are looking like, what it feels like, what's metal, what's not, what's this, what's that. It's a very, very good episode, a very good introduction to the Dalek storyline. I can't wait to dive into more and delve deep into the story and the first ever appearance of the Daleks. Let me know down below of your thoughts on the Daleks serial, and if you're enjoying it, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and of course, see you in the next one. Goodbye.